Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Massive. It's just a massive game, isn't it? I mean, it's just crazy big.
Crazy big.
Yeah. As big as we've had in probably 17 years.
Probably ever.
Would you say it's bigger than Tech Texas in 08 or Tech Oklahoma State in 08?
It feels bigger because it's going to get you into the college football playoff. I mean, ultimately, you didn't get into playing in the BCS National Championship game. So, yes, you have two more games after this that you have to win too that are ultimately just as big.
Yeah.
They just shouldn't be just as competitive.
Right.
But, yeah. I mean, if this wins, I mean, you would assume if you win this game, it's going to get you into the college football playoff, right? And barring you losing one of those next two games, right?
Yeah. Do you subscribe to the theory that so let's just have a nightmare just for a second here. You win.
No, all of a sudden Chuck's mic quit working. I don't know how it happened. Why give it voice?
You win Saturday, and then you win your next two games. Do you think a win tomorrow with those two wins, if you lose the Big 12 championship game, still puts you in the college football playoff?
I think you have a really, really good shot at it.
Yeah,
yes.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too. But if you lose tomorrow or Saturday and then you still win, and you still get into the Big 12 championship game, then you have to win that game to get into the college football playoff.
Most likely.
It's kind of that simple, isn't it? Kind of that simple. Let's see here. Gordo has sent us a communique this morning. The great Gordo, excuse me. Dear Chuck, how are you? I am fine. Are the students camping out allowed to cut in line for the food trucks if they have phenoms with them so they don't lose their spot in line? Well, I'm sure that their buddies or their girlfriends are keeping in their spot. Thank you for the high school football talk that you give us. Gordo, P.S. Please tell Jeff McGuire and one half of the Quick Kick brothers, one Jamie Lent, that Gordo says hello.
Hello, Gordo.
Hello.
Gordo says hello. Quick Kick brothers. Where did that come from? Do you know?
I think that's on the day we were talking about all the quick kicks. You know.
Tech 35, BYU 31. Do you think it's going to be that high scoring of a game with these two defenses?
I wouldn't be shocked to see the Red Raiders get to 35.
Okay.
I would be surprised to see BYU get to 31.
Okay. I think I would agree with you on that. And I think, time of possession may come into a factor here just in terms of the number of possessions. And that's one thing that surprised me about the K-State game and was, man, there were a lot, especially in the first half. Both teams had the ball a large number of times. And some of that was, the quick exchange of turnovers and stuff like that. But
it's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
it's exactly what it was.
But I mean, they're just like
three and outs.
Yeah, the 3 and outs, right? Right. Let's see. That'll do it for the moment here from the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Yeah, so I think. Is it bad I want Tech to win this game then lose to BYU in the conference title game to increase the odds of the Big 12 getting 3 teams in? Yes, because the Big 12 is not going to get 3 teams in.
Well, it's not bad if you're like a BYU or a Utah fan.
Yeah.
If you're a Red Raider fan and you're wanting us to
why would you do
at some
that?
Point?
Well, what do you think? The conference, nobody else cares about you as much as you care about you. So why should you care about anybody else? Let's just worry about us. That's a big job.
I think it would be great if 3 teams from the Big 12 got in. I do.
Yes.
But not at the expense of the Red Raiders losing a game.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I think it was Rob Rowe that said this yesterday, that if that were to happen, that it would be like BYU and Utah being the ones that got in, and then Tech would be the third one because of a loss today or a loss in the Big 12 championship game kind of thing. Like Utah runs the table, BYU loses Saturday and then runs the table. that's how you would get the third. But Tech had enough wins that they would be in the college football playoff at that point. So that Tech would be the quote-unquote third team in, if that makes sense.
There's no way in hell the Big 12's getting 3 teams in. There's just no way.
Have you seen how bad the ACC is?
I mean, Utah's 13th in the rankings, in the college football playoff rankings.
Yeah.
So if Utah wins out and let's say
Tech BYU rematch Big 12 championship game. BYU wins that. Tech loses.
Yeah.
Utah runs the table.
Yeah.
They've already lost to BYU,
I feel like
which
all
gets them out.
three at that point would be inside the top, well inside the. I mean, BYU and Tech would be inside the top 10, and Utah would be right there. I'm not guaranteeing it by any stretch of the imagination, Chuck, but to say that there's no chance, that's not exactly the words you used, but say that there's no chance.
I feel like there's no chance.
I would not say that. Again, they're one spot out right now, Chuck.
Yeah.
At 13.
I know, but I mean, just the way these things go, I mean, everybody's talking about the disrespect.
Texas Tech kicked the door down on that conversation of how things go.
Utah's very unlikely to lose, in my opinion. They play at Baylor, home against Kansas State, and home against KU. That's after a bye this week. So, it feels like they've got a good shot.
And if Notre Dame takes a loss, that opens up another spot.
Yeah, that's all part of it, right? It's all part of it. Teams in front of them could lose.
You got Texas in front of them, and you've got Oklahoma
in front of them,
and like you said, Notre Dame.
And there might not be a better team that has 2 losses when the 2 losses are Texas Tech and BYU.
2 teams inside the top 10.
Okay, all right. Well,
I mean, you're allowed to think it can't happen.
Yeah, I don't. Again, I wouldn't bet my house on it.
Okay,
but I don't know. I might put the percentage at like
10.
No, I'd go way higher than that. I'd go like 40%.
Somebody says this: our offense is going to have to play perfect in order to win this game. Our defense will have a great time. We can win this game. Joey and his mad scientist crew will make it happen. I don't think your offense has to play perfect. Do you?
I don't either. I don't think that. I'm not looking at BYU's offense and saying that they're going to put up 45. We got to outscore them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that at all. I mean, has our offense been perfect in? I mean, go back to the Utah game. I mean, you stumbled around for 3 quarters and then figured it out, right? Mm-hmm. Go to the Houston game. That was close, decently close towards halftime, right? And then you figured it out. Kansas State, I mean, you were shooting yourself in both feet all over the place last weekend for about the first quarter and a half, and then figured it out. I think BYU's better than those teams. I don't think you have to be perfect on offense.
Yeah.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
It's the 6th day of November, 2025. With this day in sports history, here is Jeff McGuire.
Yeah. 1961.
What was that?
I don't know. Making it up as we go. U.S. government. We love when they show up in this day in sports history.
Sure we do.
However, this one's actually kind of cool. Issues a stamp to honor the 100th birthday of James Naismith, the Canadian-born inventor of basketball.
Is today his birthday?
I don't know that today's his birthday. I didn't see that in there.
Okay.
But I also don't look for people that are
dead.
No longer hanging out.
Yeah.
1976. Former Twins relief ace Bill Campbell is the first free agent to sign with a new team, joining the Red Sox for $1 million over 4 years. He must not have been very good if he only got $1 million for over 4 years.
Well, $1 million in 1976 over 4 years was a chunk of change, and he was an okay pitcher. I think he's all right.
I was clearly joking.
Yeah.
1976.
Again.
Rodney Allison has a touchdown run and connects with Brian Nelson for an 88-yard touchdown pass as number 5, Texas Tech beats TCU 14-10.
Put that in your Rodney. BYU pipe and smoke it
Well, this was against TCU.
I know, but I mean, I'm just saying that's what that team would say. It's like, hey, we were number 5.
1997, San Francisco Giants manager Dusty Baker is named the National League Manager of the Year. In 2004, Trey Haverty catches 11 passes for 158 yards and grabs 2 of Sonny Cumbie's 5 touchdown passes in a 42-17 win over Baylor.
Nice.
It is not your day, gentlemen. It is not your day.
Okay, that was funny. You stay up all night
really
thinking of that.
Happy birthday to Emma Stone, 37, Ethan Hawke, 55, Sally Field, 79. We like her. We really, really do.
You do?
Sally Field?
Flying Nun?
And everything she's ever done.
Yeah.
She is fantastic. Mm-hmm. And yes, that was her Oscar speech. You like me. You really, really like me. Because everybody thought that she was just the dumb girl in Smokey and the Bandit and Flying Nun and all those little Gidget movies that how she thought she was perceived. Mm-hmm. And then the Academy gave her the award and she was shocked. Yes, we like her. We really, really do. Don't you disgrace Frog in front of me. Lamar Odom, 46. Rebecca Romaine, 53. And Maria Shriver is 70. And on this day, 1962, the United Nations General Assembly, so you know this is big, adopts a resolution condemning South Africa's racist apartheid politics and calling on all members to end economic and military relations with the country. Basically, effectively ending apartheid very, very quickly afterwards, which is a good thing. Mm-hmm. And that's this day in sports history.
This day in sports history, 6:48 this morning here on the Morning Drive. We'll have Red Raider football with Joey McGuire tonight at 6 on Double T 97.3. And then Friendship Tiger football, they're on the road tonight at San Angelo Central. We'll also have Monterey and Caprock from Lowry Field. That's a winner go home kind of scenario there.
That's pretty tense right there.
Win or go home.
That's right.
I mean, I don't think the pregame speech's got to be a whole lot over there at Lowry Field tonight in either locker room. Y'all want to keep playing football or not? If you don't, then just lay an egg. If you do, get out there and be committed. Okay? You know? Get out there and...
If you got it in you, tonight would be the night to let it go.
Yeah, right.
Right?
It's gonna have
use it.
A big night, yeah, right? Feel free to... Everybody hit somebody. Raiders and the Broncos tonight from Mile High at 6 on 100.7 The Score.
Legally. We don't need penalty flags.
Yeah. And then Lady Raider basketball tonight, they take on UTSA. And Tech has never lost to them, so they're 14-0 historically against UTSA. This is kind of unfortunate when I looked at this game last night. So these two teams played each other 2 years ago, Jamie, here in Lubbock, and they
Tech
won that
and
game.
UTSA? Or
the Lady Raiders.
Lady Raiders, okay.
Lady Raiders and UTSA. You have one player left on your roster from that game. One.
Yeah.
You know.
But you have one player off of their roster too, though.
You do, right, right. The two leading scorers returned from that game. I don't know if Sydney Love's going to play tonight. She's still dealing with some stuff, and so she had 18 in the 63-58 loss for UTSA. Bailey Maupin, your lone returner, had 18 for the Lady Raiders that night. So she's the one that's back. So, I mean, it's good that you have their best player, and it's good that you still have one of your best players on your team. But, yeah, that was
It'd be even better if Sydney was able to play tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
She was not able to play on Monday.
Right. And I don't believe, unless something has changed, that she's going to be playing tonight. Let's see. Since Chuck just declared there's no chance the Big 12 gets 3 teams in, I want nothing more than to see that, just so Chuck will once again be wrong. Okay. Somebody else says, let's...
Well, if he's not wrong on that, just stick around. I mean, one of the 3 of us will be wrong again soon, I promise.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it doesn't.
Pretty much a guarantee.
We're volume shooters here, so we get
under 5 minutes.
We get a lot right, and we get some things wrong. Let's focus on getting a home game or a bye in the playoffs, and not worry about getting multiple Big 12 teams in. Yes, I'm right there with you. Notre Dame plays a bunch of nobodies coming up. Yep.
So probably not going to lose.
Tomas says this: Utah has to be top 10. ACC gets a spot, and then that small school gets a spot, which is just ridiculous.
Yes, no
doubt. And
that could be the end of could be the downfall of Utah.
Yeah, or
it's North
anybody.
Texas or Memphis is in there.
Yeah.
Gosh, what a joke.
Lubbock Nailman says, "How would I have a chance to get my son a Mahomes autograph on Saturday? Man, I think you just got to be a lucky duck. There's no line up and sign with Patrick deal. I wouldn't guess so. I think you just got to be a lucky duck. You got to somehow or another run into him. But I mean, trust me. I mean, you and 250,000 other people would love that opportunity. Yeah, because I've thought about that too. I mean, I've got a picture of the Phenom standing in front of his locker doing the Mahomes, muscle thing. I would love to have that signed, but I got to print the picture first. But I mean, that's the least of the problems. We'd all love to have something signed by him for our kids.
Monte here proving that longtime listener for the morning drive. What does Chuck 7 Cent say about getting 3 teams into the playoff? Because we all know he's never wrong.
It's never wrong. And my 7th sense says no.
What about your 8th? Because that was also a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it started. And that's why I'm like, wait, time out. What's after 6?
Yeah. Somebody says Nacho Day, hooray. Okay. That kind of rhymes too. Are you a big nacho guy, Jamie?
I mean, we just had this conversation like last week maybe. If they have meat on them, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
If it's just the cheese, the ones at the ballpark or stadium or whatever, that's fine, but it doesn't do much for me.
Yeah.
I don't hate them. It's not like it's lasagna or something.
I'm with you on that. It's got to have some meat.
But if they have meat on them, chicken or beef, I'm all up in it.
Yeah, I do like some.
Those are great.
I do like some chips and queso. I don't view that as nachos though, because you're dipping it into something.
I also don't. I think that's called chips and queso.
Yeah, right. right. Yeah.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
The Raiders and the Broncos tonight on 100.7 The Score. Monterey and Caprock on 96.9 The Bull tonight. Winner goes to the playoffs. Friendship and San Angelo Central tonight on Double T 97.3 at 7. This is the last week of the regular season for the high school football stuff. And then Lady Raider basketball tonight. They take on UTSA, game 2 of the season. Game 1 for UTSA, by the way. 5:30 the broadcast time on 93.7 The Eagle and the tip at 6. And, of course, Red Raider football with Joey McGuire. He may or may not talk about Bear Bachmeier. He's the quarterback for BYU. 126 of 201 attempts. He's got 3 interceptions, 11 touchdowns. Has passed for almost 1,700 yards. He's rushed, Jamie, for almost a little over 408 net yards. So 94 carries for him, 9 touchdowns, and his longest was 22 yards. He is a different type of running back, and here's Coach McGuire on Bear Bachmeier.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, we got to make sure that he knows he's in a football game. We say that every week, though, to every quarterback. I mean, you've got to make quarterbacks uncomfortable by the physicality of the game. It's going to be a little bit like you're playing against Jacob Rodriguez whenever he played quarterback and played Wildcat quarterback at Virginia. I mean, he's a load. I'm really impressed with him, though, with his, he's got this ability to, it's almost like a little hop, and he kind of slides, that you think you're going to be able to tackle him low, and he kind of just hops over you. And so we're going to have to go do a good job of tackling him and not only just tackling him, but tackling him high and gang tackling. We've got to get a bunch of people there because he is a load. I mean, that's one thing. If you look at their 2 deep, this is a big football team. Like they're not only just at the running back in the quarterback position, but this is a big offensive line. This is a big defensive line. I think 2 or 3 of their linebackers are all 240 plus. So this is a really big football team, and they're a physical football team.
Bachmeier is 230 pounds, so that's not something that you normally see. And the other thing that you don't normally see, and I don't know if this bothers you or not, and it may not, and I don't know if it bothers me or not, but it probably would bother me if he played for us, but he wears 47. Does that bother you?
I'm not a huge fan of it. I also don't like defensive tackles wearing single digits and all that kind of stuff. But, I don't lose any sleep over it.
Okay.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
He's 6'2", he's 230, he's a freshman who has not played like a freshman.
No, he has not. He's been really good. He's kind of been clutch. He's kind of got an it factor to him. He makes big throws when they need him to. He's not necessarily, they don't just air it out all the time. Their run game is really good, and he's a part of it. He reminds me of, obviously not quite, probably about the same size. I'm not really sure. Probably not as fast, but Josh Allen's running style. He's not Lamar Jackson running style. Mm-hmm. He's Josh Allen running style at the quarterback position, where he's gonna be a big physical runner.
L.J. Martin, he too has some size to him. He's 6'2", and he's 220 pounds. So that's a little bit of what you're going to have to. He's
more normal size as a running back compared to Bachmeier, who's just kind of different kind.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So Coach will probably weigh in on a little bit more of that tonight on Red Raider football with Joey McGuire. The other thing. And this is from Monday, and this is coming off of the Kansas State game where you were limited with your penalties. I think the number was 4 or 5, but I think it was 4. But the problem was you had like 3 in your early on in the game, and they were pre-snap penalties, and so Coach McGuire's talked about getting that fixed and coaching that up and things along those lines. But he was asked specifically about how he does that with the players and pointing out to the players the penalties and how they commit them and stuff.
What I did yesterday, and we do it all the time, is what we call Tell the Truth Sunday, but I had a certain number of offensive plays, and I put play number 3, play number 6, play number special teams plays, and defense plays. And the coaches had the plays. And whether they did it with their phone or their iPad or their notebook, I said, write down these plays. When you get to those plays, whenever you're breaking down when you are in your position meetings, the coaches are going to go through that play. And my question is, on that play, I want you to find yourself. Did you do everything you were supposed to do? Did you everything that you were supposed to do on that play, or did you get out-efforted? Take it personal, and I also wanted to do it from the standpoint, everybody in that room, they're smart enough football players to understand exactly, without me just totally calling you out, which sometimes you got to do that too. But everybody in that room would know off of that play who I'm talking about. So now you have to be really truthful with yourself of like, okay, I see what coach is talking about without me having to. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes, like a couple weeks ago, I would use Cole Wisniewski for an example. I said, Cole, you are a grown man, so I know I can say this to you. But, man, you got to bring your feet and quit diving. He had a moment like that. I don't think he could have made the tackle, but I did say that to him in the Kansas State game. And then all of a sudden, in the second half, everybody knew that he was in a football game because he was bringing his feet. He was bringing a lot every single play. And
that's Joey McGuire. I just think that's an interesting philosophy. And he seems to have a knack for that, of when to kind of point the finger and when to, kind of do it in a kind of a around behind the back kind of situation, where you're not making them look like a fool and they know themselves.
Should probably appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think there's, again, different players, different times, whatever, where you call them out, where you don't call them out. Let them figure it out themselves, as long as you trust that they're the kind of player that is going to accept, I made a mistake or I didn't do my job. some people are unable to say those kind of things.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you have to
real life.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, and I'm sure some football players are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he has to trust that, and it depends on the guy whether he's able to do that or not. Probably.
Yeah.
Good coaches know when you need a pat on the back. Good coaches know when you need a kick in the butt.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and we all need that from time to time. Syntax Hank says this: after much consideration, I've decided not to succumb to my normal Eeyore pessimism about Texas Tech football in big games and say Tech 34, BYU 17. Okay. A little Eeyore reference here this morning. Mm-hmm. With regard to the quarterback, Bear Bachmeyer, somebody says he's a young Tim Tebow. You buy into that?
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good. I think that's a good comparison.
Yeah. This
different arm, but okay.
Yeah, BYU first trip to Lubbock. Yeah. Okay. This did Chuck offer?
That's not true. What did we talk about yesterday? The 1940 game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was over at the fairgrounds.
1-1.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Over at the fairgrounds.
Not their first trip.
Probably still have the same dirt over there too.
I bet the wind's blowing it around a little bit.
21-20 was the final there on October the 18th of 1940 in front of an estimated crowd of 7,000. So that would have been 85 years ago, right?
I love that Chuck used that as his time to take a shot at the fairground. Like, I don't know, like the dirt anywhere else in the world is not the same dirt that was there before. Yeah. I mean, just the fairgrounds, though, right?
Just remember, we have New Mexico blow by like 3 times a year, but it's still the same dirt. Like, there's a bubble around the fairgrounds that prevents extra dirt from getting there.
I just want some of those buildings bulldozed down, and there's people that are standing.
You don't want some of them down.
I want all of them.
Yeah,
and I want it to be vibrant.
Quit pulling your punches.
I want it to be cool. I want it to be good. I want there to be real restrooms out there.
And he wants it now.
And there's just people that are standing in the way of that, and they know who they are, and it's just stupid.
Tom, we're looking at you, man. What are you doing?
Bill.
No, Bill's the foul guy.
It's not Bill.
Bill.
It's not Bill.
5. That's 5 buildings that need knocked down, Bill.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3 is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
All right, very broad question for you here, guys. So you can take it any way you want. These are the easy ones, Chuck.
Okay.
Any way you want.
I'm sure I'll complicate it.
Okay, well, don't pull a hammy over it. What's been the biggest surprise to you this year in the Big 12?
I think just the overall parity that on any given day anybody can win, and maybe the biggest part of that has been the rise up of Houston and the rebuild of Cincinnati.
Okay.
The meteoric type rise that Houston has done. They were not supposed to be a Big 12 contender. Now, granted, now they're not, but up until this past week, they were in that conversation of a team that could be playing in the Big 12 championship game.
Yeah, but when Willie Fritz took that over, man, it's a grease fire.
It has been a grease fire there for 20 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that they were even in contention for a Big 12 title last week is a huge sign of improvement for that. I would not have picked that in a million years.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jeff. For me, I think it's something we talked about earlier. I mean, heading into the season, I would have told you the odds are you're not going to get 2 Big 12 teams in the college football playoff. As we sit here today, we're having a conversation about the possibility of getting 3 in. Okay? So the fact that you have 3 that are in legitimate contention for the college football playoff out of the Big 12 conference, that's surprising to me. Now, will that happen? I don't know. But the fact of the matter is we've got just a few weeks left in the regular season, and 3 teams are in the conversation. And so, probably if you looked at those 3 teams before the season, they probably would have been the 3 teams you would have picked. At least maybe if you picked 5, those 3 would be in there. That to me is the biggest surprise. I wouldn't tell you, Chuck. Yours surprises me. I mean, I think this is what our conference was last year too. Is that on any given Saturday it was chaos and teams beating teams and all that kind of stuff. So the fact that there's parity and there's bad teams beating good teams and all that kind of stuff, I kind of feel like that's what I've come to expect in this conference, which has made it fun for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other one, and this is a surprise in a different way that I would put on this list. 0-6, Oklahoma State. Mm-hmm. A year after they went 0 I would not have pegged them being 0 for 2 seasons.
Yeah, but if you dove into their roster heading into the year,
could not see that.
Yeah.
I would not have picked that.
Yeah, now if you go back 2 years and say there's going to be a stretch where Oklahoma State goes 0 for 15 in Big 12 play, would have been incredibly shocked.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But as bad as they were last year, and then looking at what they brought to the table this year, kind of felt like they were heading towards another one like this. Maybe not another over, but another bad season.
Well, Willie Fritz has put himself on the watch list for some other schools, and I'm also seeing Arizona State's coach kind of be out there a little bit in terms of on some lists of schools that might want to have an upgrade with him.
I continue to find it very interesting that we don't hear Joey McGuire's name brought up. Is that because they know he's got an awesome situation here and why would he want to leave it? Or is that just Coach McGuire, everybody feeling like he fits here and he's not going to leave? Because obviously he's taken a team that's not perennially a top 25 team necessarily, and all of a sudden they're in the college football playoff conversation.
And I think that's probably his agent that has said he's going to get a nice big sweet deal here and he's really happy here and they're going to take care of him and he has no desire to move on.
I think that's all fine and dandy, but you hear guys' names rumored. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
I think that what you said is true, 100%. But I just, and maybe people are smart enough to know why would he leave that he's got a great situation there.
Yeah.
There's no reason for him to want to go anywhere.
I also think this is just my observation.
And maybe also his recruiting ties to the state of Texas, that they feel like, him being in the state of Texas is where he's going to be at his best.
Yeah, the low-hanging fruit would be, why would he want to leave? He's got the facilities, he's got the money, he's got the commitment from the university. But I think the other thing, too, for him personally is he is a guy that pours a lot of energy into relationships, whether it's community relationships, player relationships, staff relationships, and you can only do that so many times. And it's like, why? When you look at this situation, you're like, okay, can I win a national championship here? He probably feels like he can win a national championship here with the facilities and the money and the setup that he's got.
Yeah, no, all the above. I'm not saying that he should leave. I understand all the reasons that he should stay and hope that he does.
You're just surprised his name's not been floated out there a little bit.
I just feel like it would be coming up.
Yeah, and maybe his agents put the kibosh on that.
Again, media members aren't talking to agents more times than not. Okay, some of them are, yes. Mm-hmm. Media members just throw stuff out there. And it just seems like his name is not being thrown out at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Careless media members just.
Yeah, there are guys that have the inside info that, are talking to those kind of guys. But, yeah, sure. Yeah. Or they're talking to ADs or whatever. But, I don't think there's would be any surprise of him getting a raise after this year. I don't think, again, there are a million reasons why he should stay here.
Mm-hmm. This from the Yates Flooring Center chat line. I'm ready to see Chapman Lewis play. What do you guys think? I think he's probably going to play some on special teams. I mean, Coach McGuire said.
Didn't I see him on the field this past weekend?
Yeah, he said he's going to play the last 4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what more you want. I mean, do you want him?
Well, maybe he's hoping that he becomes a bigger factor just because it feels like he's a good player and he can help us upgrade.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Or give us depth that helps there.
Yeah, and I think that's been the plan all along because they want him to be able to retain his year of eligibility. And, the thought was he's going to play these last 4 games and then whatever postseason that you play, and then he'll get this year back and be good to go for a couple more.
This is the Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
8:02 this morning here on the Morning Drive. Good morning with Jeff McGuire, our resident Stars fan, Jamie Lent. I'm Chuck Heinz. It's great to have you with us. We come to you from the First United Bank studio. Thoughts, comments, Yates Flooring Center chat line. Alex Ovechkin got his 900th goal in his career last night for the Capitals.
And the goalie tried to hide it.
Is that right?
Yeah, he picked it up and, I think he was angry and, stuck it in his pants.
Really? I hadn't seen that.
And somebody went over to him, one of his teammates, and said, "Hey, dude, give us the puck."
Because that needs to go to Ovechkin.
Yeah. I don't know what his end goal was.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was I wanted to give it to him personally. I don't know.
Why would you stick it in your pants?
He got yanked later in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's a bad look. It's a bad look. I'm not exactly sure what, again, his end game was, what he thought he was going to do. Maybe he's going to try to sell it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he thought it was now his piece of memorabilia.
Yeah, right.
he allowed it, so he's got a share of it anyway.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. He didn't speak with the media afterwards, but I would love to know what was going through his mind.
Yeah. That's
weird. Because, again, you're not going to get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden they're going to be like, where's the puck?
Yeah.
Where's the puck? I don't know.
I did wonder the other night with, the World Series after the ball went to, the double play and was completed by Freddie Freeman at first base. I'm like, okay, where's that baseball?
Did he not put it in his back pocket? You usually see first baseman grab it, stick it in their back pocket, and then go run and jump on the pile.
I didn't see. He probably did, but it's I hadn't heard any more about that particular baseball. But who do the Stars play tonight? Do they play the Winnipeg Jets or the
Anaheim Ducks?
Anaheim Ducks. Okay. I was just being facetious there on the Winnipeg Jets. I know they don't exist anymore, I don't think.
Nope. Played them earlier this year.
Did they? Okay.
Yep.
Well, that joke went well.
It did, yeah. Oh, well.
The 8-3-1 Anaheim Ducks versus the 7-3-3 Dallas Stars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Stars are 4-2-1 at home, which is where this game is.
Okay. Here's a...
Are you...
Oh,
yeah,
what?
go ahead.
I was going to say, here's something for you, just real quick. Yu Darvish is going to miss the 2026 season. He's just had ulnar collateral ligament surgery in his pitching elbow. He's 39. You got to think he's almost done, right?
I don't know. Some of these pitchers last a while.
He said this. He wrote this in Japanese on social media. Okay. So I guess we could convert that. I will be working hard on my rehab to be able to throw a ball comfortably again. He had Tommy John surgery in March 2015, and he returned to the mound in May of 2016. He's five-time All-Star. He's been, I guess they know. Now.
I think if he's a 5-time All-Star, I'd call his career more than,
You would? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Maybe not the superstar maybe that we thought he could be.
Right. For what they paid for him, and what they paid him, he ain't been much.
Yeah, not my concern.
Okay.
I'm just saying, 5-time All-Star, it's a decent MLB career. I don't think anybody would shake a stick at that.
Right. Yeah, no. Look, you play one game in Major League Baseball, and you've accomplished an awful lot in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
His son, I'm not sure how you pronounce this, Shoei, Shoei, is going to play baseball at UC San Diego after he graduates from high school next year. Okay.
Cool.
So that's in 26. because we've not flipped that.
So 27. So he's going to graduate in 26.
Yeah, so so 27, right? Yeah, 27. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe look for Yu Darvish on the old trail there for you if you run into UC San Diego and any tournaments or anything like that.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm certain you know this, but I didn't know this. But there's a lot that I don't know. So when somebody tells me something, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that, so I want to share it with you. So Max Muncy, who hit the big home run for the Toronto Blue Jays. What?
Los Angeles Dodgers.
For the Los Angeles Dodgers, yes. Thank you. Against the Blue Jays. So Max Muncy, who hits the home run, makes it 4-3, and then allows the Dodgers to kind of have some, feeling like, hey, got a chance to come back.
He's a Baylor Bear.
And there's a Red Raider connection there. He's the guy that hit the home run off of Chad Bettis, and then Bettis hits the next guy and gets tossed for a couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Really damning to the
team at that time.
Yeah. Their postseason hopes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about that? I wonder if Chad Bettis, if he was watching that game and was shouting obscenities at him or something like that. Probably not. He seems to be a pretty nice guy. Not be the kind of guy that's going to carry a grudge like that, That'd be something I would carry
By
forever.
the way, this is why we don't let Chuck do this day in sports history. Because that was not a happy moment for the Red Raiders.
Shouting obscenities at the television.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you did that?
Oh, Sunday.
Saturday, for sure.
Dude, I was 65 years old.
No.
I never once said I was rational. Never once.
I know. 65 years old.
Goodness.
You'd think. I'm sure after the Phenoms left, when the Chiefs and Bills were playing, I'm sure I let out a couple of words that probably. I mean, you lucky lady, she's used to it. She was engrossed in her tablet and headphones and things like that. So, anyway, it's just.
Does she keep the headphones in all the time?
It's got earbuds, yeah. I mean, not
all
all
the time,
the time.
just like around the house, just all the time.
I know there's been a couple times when I've tried to talk to her about something, and I look over there and she's not paying a damn bit of attention to me. But it's like, okay,
Sucks when that happens, doesn't it?
Yeah,
talking to somebody and they're not listening. They just go right past you. Don't even remember.
You should suggest to her that she gets the noise canceling headphones.
Maybe I'll get her those for Christmas.
You should. I think her life would be a lot better.
She has some, actually, that we travel with. She has some.
Maybe. Could Jeff and I have a pair, too?
Oh, absolutely. I'll get you some for Christmas. Yeah. Absolutely.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.